So we want to get on with the rest of the program here. And in the spirit of celebration and recognition, I would ask Patty Stratton, our Executive Officer, to present the Foundation's awards. But before Patty takes the microphone, I have an extra page of notes you can see. I want to take a moment to recognize Patty. And for those of you who aren't aware, for the past 9 years, Patty has served as the Foundation Executive Officer. And at that time, she's helped shape the face of the Foundation and bring about change and progress in her tenure. This June, Patty will retire from her position as Executive Officer. In order to help with the transition to a new Executive Officer, Patty's agreed to stay on for a few additional months to help in that process. And so on behalf of the Board of Directors and the Foundation staff, we want to thank Patty and wish her the very best in future endeavors.
Thank you, Donnie. At this time, we would like to recognize some special people who have supported the Foundation and its work. Founded in 1953, the Eastern Illinois University Foundation has, since its inception, been dependent upon the generosity of its members and volunteers to fulfill its mission of support to the university. Beginning in 1993, the Foundation has formally recognized and honored its volunteers and donors. In 1997, these awards were renamed the Burnham and Nancy Neal Philanthropy Awards in appreciation of their leadership, support, and dedication to Eastern Illinois University and the Foundation. The critical support and sustaining financial commitments provided by these distinguished philanthropists are essential to the future of the university and the student it serves. This year, we are pleased to recognize the following outstanding philanthropists. Florence Coles Ballinger, an alumna of Eastern Illinois State Teachers College with a 2-year diploma in 1925, went on to become a distinguished educator in Chicago and Florida schools. She retired in 1976 at the age of 70 after a dedicated career in teaching. She then volunteered daily to tutor English for students who required assistance with their writing skills. Florence and her husband William never had children. The $1.2 million given to EIU from her portion of their estate was used to name the Coles Ballinger Teacher Center in the newly renovated Booth Library. This $250,000 center is the home for the juvenile and K-12 grade curriculum collection. There is access to electronic databases related to education and teaching. The center also has seating for a number of visitors and is used for forums and activities for area teachers and education students. The remaining $1 million of her estate gift is being used to support faculty development activities linked to improvement of teaching and learning. Accepting the 2010 Outstanding Philanthropist Award on behalf of the Florence Coles Ballinger Estate is Vice President for University Advancement, Bob Martin.
Just like to say, on behalf of the Florence Coles Ballinger Estate, on behalf of Mrs. B, I humbly accept this award and thank her for it. Thank you.
Louise Bowie has a planned gift that will establish the John and Louise Bowie Scholarship for Eastern students who are graduates of Edwards County High School. Louise attended Eastern for 2 years in 1953 and 54. She was a Tri-Sig. She graduated from the University of Illinois with a degree in elementary education and then worked as an executive assistant at Arthur Andersen. Louise was not able to join us tonight, so accepting the 2010 Outstanding Philanthropist Award on her behalf is Vice President for Student Affairs, Dan Nadler.
also would like to humbly accept the recognition for Louise. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here with us this evening. But firsthand, I certainly know the number of phone calls we receive, the number of emails we receive from our students looking for scholarships, looking for ways in which they can help pay for their education. So in addition to Louise and thanking her for her generosity, I would like to thank all of you for your generosity. It makes a big difference. Thanks so much.
Gary and Jan Ernst have planned an estate gift for the support and enhancement of the Department of Communication Disorders and Sciences, and for the Dr. Gary E. Ernst and Janet E. Ernst Endowment, providing scholarships for either first-generation college students or for students who plan to pursue a career as school speech language hearing pathologists. Gary and Jan met while at Eastern and both graduated in 1963. Gary from chemistry, Jan from CDS. Gary went on to graduate from the U of I School of Veterinary Medicine and spent most of his career as sole proprietor of a veterinary practice in Panama City, Florida. Jan went on to graduate with a master's in speech pathology and spent her career as a teacher. The Ernsts speak of how EIU was the foundation of why they both have been so successful in their careers and in life. It is a pleasure to present the 2010 Outstanding Philanthropists Award to Gary and Jan Ernst.
Jan's timid, so I have to talk. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Foundation. This is, there's many others in this room and around the country, alumni of this university, that are more deserving of this award than we are. But I feel that if there's such a thing as peace in this world, it will be through education. And I know our funds, now what we're giving, as well as in our estates, it will be in good hands here at the university. Thank you.
Herb and Jane Lasky have established a fund to enhance the honors program and have funded several endowments, 2 competitive writing awards for students in the history department and a competitive writing award for students in biological sciences. They have established a planned gift for the President's Research Fund to foster, stimulate, and strengthen undergraduate research activities conducted by faculty members with a primary goal of enhancing the likelihood that their research will be competitive for external funding. In addition, the Laskys continue to support the fine arts, recently gifting a harpsichord to the music department. They established the Lasky Seminar in Early History and are pursuing an initiative for campus beautification and the Renewable Energy Center. Herb is Dean Emeritus of the Honors College and Professor Emeritus of History, and Jane is Professor Emeritus, Office of the Dean, College of Arts and Humanities. It is a pleasure to present the 2010 Outstanding Philanthropists Award to Herb and Jane Lasky.
she wasn't feeling well. She sprained her right arm and couldn't do her hair to her satisfaction. I believe in telling the truth. Jane and I both came from fiscally challenged families, and our lives were made much better by education, mine by degrees from New York University, and Jane's from Eastern and the University of Illinois. I'd like to say something serious to you this evening, and I'd like you to think about it. I really think that too much is made over people like me and some of you, those of us who are in a position to give money to the university. Much too much for us. Not enough attention paid to scholars, researchers, and first-rate teachers. And that should be the focus of what we do. So mere assertion of quality is not enough. Really got to step up to the plate and say, we are going to support these people. We're going to help them in research, we're going to help them in undergraduate research, we're going to help them with scholarships. We are going to underwrite quality education, and that is what makes us free. My mother came from a terrible place in Europe and made me promise to never go back there, which I have no intention of going. And my folks never went to high school, never went to junior high school, but they knew that a university education was the passport to freedom and opportunity if you worked hard. And so I think our real task is to encourage students of talent, ability, irrespective of background, gender, religion, to do what they do well, to follow their muse, to help them, to encourage them, and to tell them it's a good thing to do. We should also say the same to our